With over 2,000 cars selling at Barrett-Jackson Scottsdale, it makes sense that we would see some variety, but this might be the first time that we see 3 generations of Lamborghini V12s selling no reserve, starting with this 80s icon, a 1988 Lamborghini Countach 5000, the V12 at the time, 420 horsepower. This is the original Lamborghini poster car, and I absolutely love these. But let's continue on this trip through Lamborghini history. Let's get into the 90s here with this 1997 Diablo VT Roadster that was ordered new by Donald Trump in this one-off color. Very special car, 492 horsepower out of the V12 by this year, all-wheel drive, and this one a rare roadster. The top removes and clips onto the bonnet, but we still have one more decade to go. Rounding it out is this 2006 Murcielago Roadster with 571 horsepower now out of the V12, fed air by these deployable bat wings that have little electric motors inside. So we'll see which one of these Lambos is the bullest of the bull.
And we now have a Lamborghini Diablo VT Roadster, which was bought new and ordered by Donald Trump. The only 1997 Diablo in blue Le Mans.
Here it is, Donald Trump's Lamborghini Diablo VT Roadster.
And these VT Roadsters, they were quite rare on their own without the Trump connection. Very rare with the VT Roadster, where that top's a single piece of carbon fiber that is removable and it clips onto the rear bonnet. VT also means all-wheel drive, so that almost 500 horsepower V12 in the back really hooks up. Gated manual transmission inside, and of course the iconic Lambo doors, those scissor doors that pop up, showing that you've arrived.
The VT stands for viscous traction, which is that all-wheel drive system. This was the Roadster that was really the second generation of the Diablo. It was introduced back in 1995, and they built these through 1998.
Look at all the cell phones on the auction block. It's as if the Batmobile was center stage. Haven't seen a crowd like this around a single car since the Batmobile sold at Barrett-Jackson.
Talking about that VT, the viscous traction system, you know, it's designed to really improve handling significantly. In fact, they say it'll do it by more than 40% in terms of grip.
Well, we were wondering what the Trump connection would do with this Diablo, and I would say probably double at the current bid what a normal VT Roadster would bring. And this one was driven and enjoyed for several years by former President Donald Trump, and just cost $1 million.
Now, this car has had 2 owners since Trump owned it. And when he bought this, he was a businessman and a reality TV star. And there we go. $1 million is the hammer price.
Tyler Hoover's been hoovering around it most of the weekend. It's a 1988 Lamborghini Countach 5000 QV.
And didn't every boy of a certain age have a poster of this on their bedroom wall? Just the angular design of this was just so revolutionary, so different than anything that was coming out of Detroit or England or Modena or Japan or anywhere. Just a complete traffic stopper, no matter where it is.
Yeah, Marcello Gandini was the person responsible for this design. And when you look at this and you look at the evolution of Lamborghinis that come from this point on, you realize the significance of this car, because so many of their cars, doesn't matter whether it's a Hurricane, a Huracan, a Gallardo, a Diablo, they're essentially all built with this same standard. You know, this angular look. It may be a little more rounded depending upon which generation, but the basic concept was laid out with the Countach.
The V-shaped rear wing was an option, and this one's been treated to European bumpers in replacing the U.S. units. Big bumperettes at the back just above the exhaust to meet impact regulations.
A little earlier this weekend, we had a Lamborghini tractor go across the block here at Barrett-Jackson. Because you remember that when Lamborghini started, that's exactly what he was building, tractors. He wasn't building supercars. It wasn't until later he decided to butt heads with Enzo Ferrari.
That Euro front bumper offers very little impact protection, but look at how low it is. It'd be a shin biter. I don't think it'll be much in the stoplight back and forth. That's okay. You see one of these in your rearview mirror, you're just going to move out of the way, like now.
Yeah, there are those who will argue that, this is quite a ways into the Countach line, that it's got all kinds of, stuff that's been added to it over time. Not as pure as the original, but still a Countach.
$565,000 sends it to its new home.